Hello, I'm Dr. Brian David Phillips. Welcome. I am a hypnotist, as many of you know, and a communications expert. I teach social influence and all sorts of things. But for the purposes of this video, right here, right now, you can call me the Love Doctor. Nobody else calls me that, but you can be the first. It'll be awesome. It'll be amazing. But today, I have some very special things for you. I'm going to teach you, that's right, you, how you can indeed get anyone, absolutely anyone, as long as it's a consenting, appropriate adult, to fall madly and deeply in love with you forever. Bold statement, right? I'd like you to look down at the description of this video and check when the upload date is. Notice it's not April 1st. So maybe, probably, could be, maybe, what I'm about to share with you actually works. All the time. Most of the time, some of the time, maybe not at all. But check it out. See that date? Not April 1st. Look into my eyes and ask yourself, is this the face of a liar? That's right. Okay, here's what it is. This is a form of pheromone persuasion, and it really might work for you. Essentially, it works upon the idea that if you condition someone to your pheromones, they become attached to you. Now, here's the process. Give it a go and notice how it works for you. Essentially, get yourself a t-shirt, okay? Just a regular old t-shirt. I'm wearing one now. And wear that t-shirt under your regular clothing, not like me, I'm wearing it over mine for purposes of demonstration. But wear that t-shirt for 6 days solid. Not taking it off except when you shower. When you shower, you take it off. And then you put it right back on. Yes, the same t-shirt. You do not wash it. And you wear it for 24 hours minus shower time, because you really should shower some of the time, for 6 solid days. Now, why 6 days, you ask? Because 6 is the number of love. How do the French pronounce 6? It's sex, S-E-X. And everyone knows that sex and love go together. Not really. Plenty of folks have love without sex. It's very sad. And a whole lot of people have sex without love, and they seem to be glad. But 6 and sex go together, and 6 or sex is the number of love. That's the perfect number of love, unless you're into numerology, at which point 6 is not the perfect number, it's the imperfect number, because 6 is 1 less than 7, which is the perfect number. But I digress. Wear that shirt, your t-shirt, under your clothes, so you can wear regular clothes and be out and about. No one will know you're wearing the same undershirt. Wear it for 6 solid days. And it must be 6 solid days, and it must be complete days. So if you wear it 5 3/4 days, that's not enough. It's got to be 6. If you wear it for 7 days, that's okay. If you wear it for 15 days, you're just showing off. So 6 solid days. And then you take that shirt that you have worn for 6 solid days and you take it off, okay? So I take off my shirt and then I do something very, very special with it. I take that 6-day shirt and I put it inside a plastic bag. Get it in there nice and deep. Put that plastic bag in there and then tie the bag. Make sure you close that sucker airtight. If you really want to make sure, get yourself one of those Ziploc bags and get all the air out. Get all as much air out as possible. Tie that sucker up and then set it somewhere to store for 12 days, which is 6 doubled. Remember, this is a love technique using pheromones. Now, what are pheromones? They're little doohickey smell things. Yes, science, she is wonderful. Smell things that go inside your sweat, okay? Now, these pheromones become strong, ignited because of the power of your sweat. They're in there, okay? Pheromones, when people smell you, their attraction or disgust with you is triggered by the pheromones. And so we're enhancing the pheromones and making them specific to you. They're not generalized. That's why we're using your sweat. And so that 6 days, it works even better if you do some activities. So exercise, go to the gym and work out wearing that shirt. Remember, take the shirt off when you shower because we don't want to wash away the pheromones. Get it nice and sweaty with as much of your pheromones as possible. That means as much of your sweat as possible. Get it in the plastic bag. Plastic works best because it can be airtight. A Ziploc bag is amazing. I don't have one for this purposes of this demonstration, but then set that aside somewhere where you won't forget it. You don't want to leave it there for a year, but you want it somewhere where you'll remember it. And then after 12 solid days of pheromone fermentation, yes, that is a scientific term I just made up. Pheromone fermentation. After 12 days, 12 solid days, not 11 3/4 days, but 12 days or more, no more than 15. 15 is the number of the goddess Ishtar, and so don't exceed 15. That's just rude. But 12 days. And after your 12 days, you take your plastic bag. Don't put it in the refrigerator, by the way. Some people do that. They put it in the refrigerator or the freezer, and that just freaks people out when they open your freezer or your fridge. But it slows down the pheromone fermentation process. So make sure it's in a nice warm place in your home. Behind the radiator, not too close. We don't want the plastic melting. Or in some area that it's going to get some sunlight. Don't dry out the pheromones. So make sure that it's in that airtight plastic bag. And then after your 12 full days, up to 15 days of full pheromone fermentation, you open that bag up and you take out your shirt. Now, you will notice that the fermentation process accelerates the movement of the pheromones in the shirt. That means there may seem to be a slightly more than a whole lot stronger odor, and that's okay. That's what you're looking for. And you take that shirt and you go to the bedroom of the person you want to become conditioned, pheromonally conditioned, to love you completely and totally. And this is the part that's tricky. You have to take the shirt and you place it where their head would be when they sleep at night. All right? Now, some people, they do a rookie move and they lie it out and they put it under the person's pillow. If they move the pillow, they will find the shirt. And for some reason, I don't know why, but some people, they kind of freak out when they find the shirt. So, don't just put it under there. You could, but the chance of it being moved is higher. You know, they change the bed sheets, that sort of thing. So here's a really cool thing you can do. You take your shirt that's been fermented in pheromones, pheromonally fermented, fermentation pheromones, and you take the pillowcases off the pillow, okay? And then you slip the pillow inside the shirt. Now you place the person's normal pillowcase over your pheromone fermentation treated shirt so that everything looks normal, everything's okay. And you place that upon their bed. and then they won't notice the shirt. And when they're sleeping at night, they'll be breathing in that fermented pheromones from you. And in their dreams, they will be conditioned to love you completely and totally. And that is the pheromone fermentation technique for conditioning absolute undying love. Now, I know some of you are thinking, I'm skeptical. And you may even do it in that voice, or you may go like this. I am very skeptical of your technique, Dr. Love, or Dr. Phillips, whichever you're more comfortable with. Here's the deal. I guarantee this technique will work. In fact, I am so confident of this technique working that if for some reason you do run the process completely, none of this skimping out on the fermentation length or the amount of time that you place it on the person where the person sleeps. They need to sleep on that sucker for a good solid 6 days. Not less, but 6 days solid at least. No more than 15. Remember, that's Inanna Ishtar's number. You don't exceed 15 for a process like this. So it's 6 to 15 days. But if you do this and the person genuinely sleeps over this correctly fermented pheromone treatment, that person will love you forever. And if they don't, because I'm so confident that this technique works and that it'll work for you, if it doesn't work, then all you have to do is email me. Email me with your full name, your real name. Don't give me these stupid ass YouTube monikers or anonymous names. Give me your real name and the actual name of the person upon which you attempted the technique. And if it failed and that person doesn't see you in a positive light after the process, after the full process, then I promise to you, I absolutely swear upon the imaginary gods that I do not worship, that I will make a follow-up video. Yes, I will. And in that follow-up video, I will offer you a complete and heartfelt apology while wearing a dunce cap or a reasonable facsimile thereof. That's my promise to you. If it doesn't work, I'll look like a fool on the internet, and I will say your name and the name of the person that you love. For real. Absolutely. This I swear to you. Okay? And that is the pheromone fermentation process. Give it a go. What have you got to lose? Except maybe the use of a really good shirt. And other stuff. Hi, I'm Dr. Brian David Phillips. That was the pheromone fermentation process. Now, if you'd like to learn some real serious techniques for social influence, for hypnosis, for metaphysical processes, and more, including the ultimate pleasure techniques of the Ultimate Pleasure Hypnotist Package, then go to my real webpage right there, www.briandavidphillips.net, and check out my webpage. Lots of free stuff there, as well as you can order some of our packages and products and courses with real techniques that actually do work. Until next time, this is Dr. Brian David Phillips, and live, trance, and prosper. Bye-bye.